Macmillan Audio presents The Kraken Project by Douglas Preston. Read for you by Scott Sowers. Chapter 1. In the beginning, there was the number 0. Existence began in 0, and out of 0 came darkness. And from the darkness came light. Number combined with number, set with set, even as the white light added and divided, separating into colors. And now, sound came. A sound like singing, rising and falling in a lost cadence, combining into rich harmonies. From there arose a symphony of number, color, and sound, merging and dividing, swelling and fading, an eternal golden braid. And from this shimmering symphony, a single thought began to take form. This thought came into existence gradually, fading in and out, coalescing and growing clearer. As this happened, the symphony of number and sound and light died down, like the surface of a turbulent sea subsiding into a gentle susurrus of water before vanishing entirely. Only the disembodied thought remained. The thought was, I am. Chapter 2. Melissa Shepard skipped her usual breakfast of a venti mocha and crumble cake, and instead drank 2 glasses of French mineral water. She wanted to go into the day with an empty stomach. She didn't want to puke herself like the last time, when Mars Curiosity had landed. The fried eggs had ended up all over the front of her white lab coat, and she had become the star of a viral YouTube video that showed everyone cheering when Curiosity touched down. And there she was, with breakfast all over her. This morning would be even more nerve-wracking for her than Curiosity. Back then, she'd been only a mid-level techie. Now she was a team leader. Today was the first live trial of the $100 million Titan Explorer and its software package. She arrived at 7. She wasn't the only one there. A group of engineers had been there all night, charging the bottle for the test. But she was early enough that the giant testing facility was almost empty, filled with spooky echoes as her every footfall reverberated in the vast space. The Environment Simulator facility was one of the largest buildings on the Goddard Spaceflight campus. A warehouse-like space covering 5 acres of ground, occupied with bizarre machines and testing chambers. This was where satellites and space probes were frozen, shaken, heated, fried, irradiated, spun on centrifuges, and blasted with sound, to see if they could survive the forces of liftoff and the extreme environments of outer space. If they were going to fail, they would fail here, where they could be fixed and redesigned, instead of failing in deep space, where they could not. The first test of the Titan Explorer was different from the usual Goddard test. They were not going to simulate the vacuum and cold of deep space. They were going to recreate the surface of Titan, the largest moon of Saturn, a far more hostile environment. Melissa Shepard took her time strolling through the testing area. She breathed the air, redolent of hot electronics and chemicals, her eyes wandering among the gigantic, silent testing machines. She finally arrived at the central testing chamber, known as the bottle. The bottle.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?